Yo, 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 it's the Co.
And yo, it's the Cone. And today we're going to be talking about some of our summer transfer predictions. The summer transfer window is coming sooner than you might think. It's going to be here soon, so we might as well talk about where we think some of the people are going to go. We have it kind of split into two where it's rumors slash close to confirmed but not fully confirmed, and then a 100% we think they are leaving. Marco, would you like to get us started off?
Sure. I'm going to do it with Victor Osimhen. I just got a tweet just now. Just got a tweet. It says Victor Osimhen is Manchester United's priority target. That's where I see him going. With the transfer target that they said already, I think Napoli say, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, they're going to get a big transfer fee for him. And as much as they'd want to keep him just because of his ability, he's got to go. And yeah, I have him going to Manchester United as well. I think with the new owners, there's going to be a lot more money to spend on transfers. They're going to be a lot more willing to spend those huge transfer fees. And I think that's where I have him going.
The second one, we have Harry Kane. I'm going to say if the Osimhen doesn't fall through with Man United, he goes to Man United. But I think he does go to Real Madrid. I think it's Benzema's time to go. I think after the Ballon d'Or, he was not what he was.
Yeah.
So I feel like Kane goes to Real Madrid and not dominates, but I feel like he does.
He's going to score a lot of goals. My thoughts for Kane is similar to yours. If it's not Osimhen going to United, it'll probably be him. But I want to say he goes to a club like Arsenal. I think he'd be a great fit at Arsenal, but I don't think he could do that after being at Spurs for as long as he's been. I think Real Madrid is a really good possibility for him. If it's not United, I don't think it's the Premier League unless he stays. So I think a team like Real Madrid is a good idea for that and for him.
And then the third, we have Gvardiol. I hope he goes to City, but he's not. What I've been seeing a lot is Real Madrid. Hurts to see such a great young talent go to Real Madrid again. Just money.
Yeah. My prediction for Gvardiol, it seems like they had a fee agreed with Chelsea in the winter or in the summer. Last summer, didn't end up going. Real Madrid seems to be a very big possibility. I'm going to go with Chelsea, only because they have an owner that really likes to spend his money. And I think he'll just be willing to bid more to the club.
And 4, we have Declan Rice. You want to start it off? I know.
Yeah, I'll start it off. He's going to go to a top Premier League team. It could be Arsenal, it could be Chelsea, it could be United. I have him going to Arsenal. As much as I'd love to have him at United, I think they're only going to make one huge splash in the market in the summer, and it won't be Rice. I think he'll really help them out. He definitely wants to move somewhere. Just I haven't seen any reports that he has like a club that he's dying to go to. So yeah, I think it'll be Arsenal.
I have him going to Newcastle. I think Newcastle are going to make a big splash for a lot of players this year. And I feel like he's going to be one of them. They not need him, but I don't think Declan Rice wants to be part of a team that's fighting for relegation. He would like to be playing somewhere in like the Champions League, which would make a big difference.
Yeah, him and Bruno Guimaraes would be a great midfield tandem. Number 5, we got your boy from Mexico, Edson Alvarez. I'll let you start it off because he's your guy.
He is a great player. I have him going to Man United. Why? Because of Ted Hagen.
Yeah.
And what you're going to get out of him is a very attacking center defensive mid. He's going to fight for headers, which that's the only way he scores. He somehow disappears from his defender and scores a header out of a corner. And I feel like Man United need that. He's going to be like Casemiro, but with attacking. He's going to be under Casemiro's understudy, which Casemiro is already one of the best defenders in the league at the midfield position. And if you put him next to Alvarez, United is not. They're going to be just like Newcastle. No one's going to score on them.
I'd love to have him at United. We've talked about him. We've watched him play a bit, and he's an insane talent. I don't think they're gonna get him as much as I would like to. I think he'll end up going to a team like Brentford or a team like Brighton, like a mid-high table team. So even like a Newcastle is possible. If they don't get Rice, they can get him, and he's gonna be. I think no matter where he goes, if it's in the Premier League, he's gonna find a way to play significant minutes, to get into the starting 11, and be a difference maker because he's a really good player.
6, we have a player that's been rumored to leave. I have Mohamed Salah. I feel like he goes to Bayern Munich.
Wow.
I feel like they make a push for him to be alongside with his old teammate, Sadio Mane.
Yeah, that'd be a great comeback for him. Him and Mane playing together. If they don't make the Champions League, I think a couple of their big names will leave. I think Salah will be one of the people that gets a lot of interest from other clubs because of how good he is. I think Bayern is a possibility. I don't think it'll be the Premier League if he goes somewhere else. I think he has too much love and respect for Liverpool to go somewhere else. But I have him staying for next season. I think he'll tough it out, and if they continue to struggle, then he'll go somewhere else.
For our 7th spot, we have Neymar. I feel like Neymar is leaving PSG this year. I think PSG are tired of him, just his attitude, getting injured. I don't see him going to the Premier League. I see him going back to Barcelona.
Wow.
They've been very vocal about returning players, and I think Barcelona is the best fit for him.
Yeah, I think he kind of gets to be himself again if he goes elsewhere. I do think him staying is a possibility. I know his agent had a meeting with Chelsea and their representatives, and I think that's possible. I don't think he goes to another Premier League team. It's Chelsea, it stays, or it's going to be back to Barcelona. if I had to pick one, I think I'd choose Barcelona with Chelsea close.
The next one is João Cancelo. I think he stays up at Manchester City. As he was complaining about game time, and then look what's happening at Bayern. Like, they're not playing him as much as Pep was. I know he had his mixed feelings with Pep, but I feel like he's gonna come back and just like apologize and be like, "I'm sorry for saying all this stuff. Like, I would like to be back in the lineup." He's a great defender, great winger. I hope to have him back. But I do like Rico. I think it's Rico.
Lewis, I believe.
Rico, yeah,
Yeah.
I do like him playing that spot. But I think Rico Lewis is gonna get moved to more of a midfielder when he comes back.
Yeah. I have him. I have him staying with Bayern. It's going to be tough. I don't think there's a clear favorite right now. The move away from City kind of felt like it happened out of nowhere, but you could see why it happened. But then he goes to a system at Bayern where they used like the wing backs instead of like the pure like fullbacks, and he is trying to make the adjustment, and it's costing him some playing time. But I think the fact that he's so willing to make the adjustment means that he's enjoying it there, and that's where I have him going in the summer.
Next one we have is João Felix, or Felix.
Joao Felix.
João Felix. I have him staying at Atletico Madrid. If not, Chelsea's not afraid to spend money like we saw. And I think he either goes back to Chelsea or he stays at Chelsea or he goes back. There's nothing else. Like, he won't go anywhere else besides those two.
Yeah, there's no going back to Atletico from the loan and then going somewhere else. That's not Chelsea. I would agree. I have him staying at Chelsea. I think he's kind of built a bond with some of the players. It seems like he's really enjoying it there. He's a good player. Yeah, I have him at Chelsea.
And the final one we have is N'Golo Kante. You started off.
I kind of have it similar to like a Salah situation. I think teams are gonna call in the summer. They're gonna try and get him. I think a team like I would say Real Madrid would be like a team for him, but they have so many midfielders. But imagine Tchouaméni and Camavinga getting to learn from N'Golo Kante for a couple of years. Like that'd be fantastic. But I think he does similar to what I have Salah doing, and that's sticking it out for one more year and seeing what happens. We'll see how he returns to the lineup from the hamstring injury. But yeah, I have him staying, but the rumors are there, and they're going to continue to be there.
I have him going to PSG. I feel like he would love to go back home to France.
Yeah.
And help out a team in France. And I feel like PSG are the best he could do. Or I can also see him staying. Like, it's a hard situation to hear about with rumors and not people who are 100% leaving.
Yeah. I do have one more rumor that I think we should talk about, and that's Kylian Mbappe. There's the chance of him staying. I know the rumors to Man United have been swirling. I know the Real, like he's gonna go to Real Madrid at some point in his career. That's what he wants. But will it be this summer? What do you think?
I don't think he goes to Real Madrid. I think he angered the fans. He angered the front office by verbally agreeing and then signing that massive contract with PSG. I feel like he's PSG's best player, and I feel like he's going to be there for his whole life. Like, you struggled to be like to name a PSG GOAT. I feel like he's going to be that player for many, many years.
Yeah, and he might be it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he stays at PSG for another year at least. The contract that he signed was unreal. I mean, he's like a part owner in the club. He makes the decisions if he wants to. I think once it boils down a bit, eventually he'll go to Real Madrid, and it might even be when he's older and maybe not the same explosive player that he was, but I think that's his dream at some point in his career. All right, moving on to the people that we think are leaving almost 100% likely. It would take a lot for it to change.
Top one, Lionel Messi. I don't think it's time for him to come to the MLS yet, even though David Beckham wants him so bad.
He does.
I don't think it's time for him to go to the Saudi League. I know Ronaldo's team's crosstown rivals are asking for him. They're paying him a lot of more money. But I feel like Messi goes back to his roots. He goes back to Barcelona. Kind of help them out a little bit. Get out of the debt they are in. Kind of have the team like it was when he was there. Everyone wants to go there. The top team in the whole world. And I feel like he's going to go there for 1 or 2 years just to help him out.
Yeah. I think the Saudi League is possible. I think that'd be a really tough move for him to make for his career, especially considering he might win the Ballon d'Or for this upcoming year, and he won't win it if he goes to the Saudi League. And I think it depends on what he wants his legacy to be, but I think Barcelona is where he's going to go. He's going to go back to his boyhood club, and he'll take a pay cut. He'll go on a free. It doesn't matter to him. I think he wants to help out the club that made him Messi.
And I feel like even after Barcelona, I don't think the MLS or the Saudi League are going to be where he goes. I feel like he goes back to Argentina, where he loved it so much.
Yeah, I think that's more than possible. As much as the money opportunities will be great, I don't think he cares. I don't think the money is for him at the end of the day. Like he has enough. He has plenty.
I know you saw the devastation of him saying his goodbyes to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I know he even said himself, I will play for you guys for free. Like he doesn't care about the money. He cares about his loyalhood.
Yeah.
Second is a player we've been seeing for the past, I'm going to say 10 years because it's felt like it. Yuri Telemans.
It does feel like it's been like he's like 24 or 25, and it feels like we've been hearing about him leaving for like 10 years. Do you want to start us off with him?
Sure. I think he's going to one of the top 6 teams this year. Not Spurs. They don't spend. I think he goes to Newcastle. I think he gets his money worth there. And I think with Declan Rice and Telemans and the team they have now, they can make it out of the group stages in the Champions League. Because I see them going into the Champions League over Spurs, poverty franchise, So, yeah, I see Yuri Telemans going to Newcastle.
Yeah, he's a guy that I've really wanted at United for a couple years, and thankfully the rumors are there for this summer. And I don't know if it's going to happen. I think Newcastle is really possible. If they get him and Rice, I mean, that'd be one of the best midfields in the Premier League. But if he stays in England, I think it's going to be Manchester United. I really do think. But I also think a club like Dortmund is possible. I think there have been a couple rumors with Dortmund, and I think that'd be a great fit and a great move for him because he does deserve a big club.
Next one. Want to introduce?
Yeah, we have Marcus Thuram, currently in Germany, I believe. Seems like it's all but likely he makes the move from, I don't know how to say it, Mönchengladbach.
Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, to another club, a bigger club. Where do you have him going?
I have Inter Milan. I feel like Inter Milan need to make a big push on the defensive side, and I feel like that's where he goes.
Yeah, I'm good with that. For me, I have him. I'm going to Barcelona. I saw reports that Barcelona is the club for him. Like that's the end game, and I think now is a better time than any. I know the financial fair play stuff is not in their favor. So if he doesn't go there because of the financial play stuff, I think Inter is more than possible. I think a PSG, if they lose Messi, if they lose Mbappe, Neymar, I think that's very possible. Going to where he plays internationally. Yeah, I think a big club is in his future. I don't think the Premier League is where he's going to go.
The next player we have is Evan Ndika. I don't know how to say it. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Evan Ndika.
Even though I've been hating on Spurs, I think Spurs are the clear to get him. I think he leaves on a free.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I have Spurs. That seems to be the main rumor, and the value is insane because again, it's most likely going to be on a free. So yeah, Evan Ndika, I have going to Spurs.
The next is a big one. Big one. Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, arguably the biggest name on the list, I think. This one's tough for me. I think in my eyes, there are 3 clubs he can go to. Maybe 4. Yeah, I'd say 4. I think it's going to be either Liverpool, Real Madrid, or either of the 2 Manchester teams. I think they're all going to be willing to pay the fee. I think it's going to be Liverpool. He's gonna bolster that midfield, and they're gonna be one of the best teams in the world with him because he's a special talent.
I think he goes to City. I think they make a big push. I feel like that's the only transfer they have. They're gonna sell Cancelo to Bayern, get a bunch of money from there, and it's gonna be a cheaper option for them. Will selling Cancelo, even though I want him to stay. I think Jude Bellingham is a better person to have than anyone on the world. I think Jude Bellingham makes a big move to the Premier League, to his home nation, and City win the title again next year.
Yeah, I think with him, he's gonna get the big fee. He's 19 years old.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best midfielders in the world. I think unless Mbappe goes, he'll be the most important transfer of the summer window.
Next one, Chronic Kessie. Game winner against Real Madrid. I'm going to plug that in. I think he goes to London, one of the two teams. I think he either goes to Tottenham or Arsenal.
Okay. All right.
I know those are two teams looking for him in the January transfer window. And Barcelona said no. Thank God they said no. I guess he scored a game winner against Real Madrid. Keep rubbing that in. But I think Arsenal are going to be more of a team to get than Tottenham.
Yeah. It's tough for me because his agent is putting out stuff that, like, they had the offers in January, but he wants to stay and he wants to do that. I still think he goes. I think that's just it draws up the price for him because it has to make an offer. They have to make an offer enticing enough to let him go. I think if he goes the Premier League route, I think Tottenham or Arsenal are a really big upgrade for him, and maybe not an upgrade, but he'll get really good time at those clubs. But I also think a club like Roma or a club like Inter in Italy would be another great fit for him as well.
And last one, World Cup winner. I feel like he should have left in the January transfer window too, but he stayed. I think also if Kessie does not. Oh, sorry. Did I mention him?
Alexis McAllister.
When I mentioned him, I was like, I feel like if Arsenal don't get Kessie, and then they get McAllister.
Yeah, I have Arsenal on my list. I also have City and Liverpool. He's gonna go. I think he's gonna stay in the Premier League. I feel like most of the time the people that play for a club like Brighton, which is like mid to high level tier team in the Premier League, like you kind of stay in England and you make that jump to one of the top teams. And I had to choose one. I think I'm gonna go Arsenal as well. That he seems like he would fit in that system under Mikel Arteta, and I think he'd thrive. Well, all right. That is our summer transfer predictions. If we missed any, put it in the comments below. We'll reply and give our predictions as well.
If not, we could do it at the end of the season.
Yeah.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing.
There are going to be more even from when we record this to when we post it. It's going to, yeah. There are definitely going to be changes. And, yeah, if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe, like the video. And, yeah, until next time.